Good evening, and thank you everyone for coming out on, I know what has to be the hottest night of the year. Certainly didn't plan for that, so we're gonna keep this brief. But folks, this is a really big deal, and we wanna bring attention to what this funding means to a fire district that serves so many of the hardworking men and women of the South End. Thank you to members of the board and PRP Fire District for being here this evening as we announce our great Commonwealth's historic investment in Southwest Louisville. I would like to thank our distinguished guests and leaders, Chairman James Taylor, Chief Jason Myman, Deputy Chief Joey Bowman, and a very special community member, Chuck Bielefeld. It's an incredible honor to be here to present this check for $5 million to Chief and the board. The men and women who work for this fire district are familiar faces across southwestern Jefferson County. We see them out collecting for the Crusade for Children, educating us about safety, and participating in countless public events. Many people don't know this, but the PRP Fire District was the very first fire department to donate to the Crusade for Children in 1956. At that time, PRP Fire challenged other departments to donate. And as you know, today fire departments all over Kentucky and Indiana go all in every year to raise vital funds for children in need. So as you can see, they are not only critical first responders, but the heart of our community. PRP's fire district has served our community for almost 75 years. Providing essential emergency services and safeguarding lives and property from fire and other hazards. These heroes are incredible. I'm hopeful this funding will help them build on their legacy as the new facility becomes a reality. The funding will be used towards the construction and renovations of facilities at the location we are presently standing. Chief Myman will speak more to the project here in just a minute. But Station 1 is adjacent to this property, and there simply is not enough space next door to house all the personnel, apparatus, and other emergency equipment needed to adequately and most effectively serve and support the growing needs of our district. PRP Fire now serves communities that include Pleasure Ridge Park, Valley Station, Lake Dreamland, and even Rubbertown. The fire district provides coverage and rescue services to almost 100,000 people, with more than 39,000 households and almost 2,000 businesses that employ over 26,000 Kentuckians. And total coverage includes over 61 square miles. As the district grows, I want to send a clear message to PRP Fire and the district that we in the General Assembly support you, your mission, and the hardworking men and women of the South End. I was honored to work with legislative leadership, folks like Jason Nemes and other lawmakers to get this done. I was proud to go to bat for the district, and I'm very happy with what we were able to accomplish. The men and women who live and work in this area are the backbone of our local economy. They deserve to know that their fire protection district has the support that it needs to serve them. With this investment, and the continued leadership of Chief Myman and so many others, PRP Fire will always be first in service. Now I'd like to invite Chief Myman up to talk a little bit more about this project.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Okay. First off, I'd like to say thank you to the Kentucky General Assembly, specifically Jared Bauman, Representative, and Mr. Nemes, who spearheaded our project. I'll never forget the day that I took Mr. Bauman around and I showed him our district, the 61 square miles of the residents and the industrial that we protect. And he was like, "What do you need?" And I said, "I've got to build for the community. I've got to build for the growth of this community. I've got to build for the constituents who live in this community. And these are some projects that I have in mind." And I brought him to this property, and he said, "Let me see what I can do." And that's when the ball got rolling. This facility that you see behind you all is going to check so many boxes for Pleasure Ridge Park Fire Protection District, as well as check so many boxes for the people who live, work, and visit our great community in Southwest Jefferson County. It's going to add an expansion for our automotive service facility. It's going to add an expansion for our headquarters personnel, where we're going to have to include additional staffing. It's going to also allow us to recreate certain stations within our district for expansion within the organization to include fire prevention, our automotive service facility as far as staffing. It's a great project that we have. It's going to take us a little bit of time to get it underway, but I can only be grateful for the Kentucky State General Assembly and Mr. Baumann, who allowed this project to happen for us. I can't go without saying that this project is also going to only enhance the infrastructure of the men and women which provide those services to our community. Without the professionalism of those standing behind me and beside me, this service would not be able to do the justice that we provide for the constituents of Pleasure Ridge Park. So I got to thank them individually, and again, thank you, Mr. Baumann and the Kentucky General Assembly, for making this happen. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Chief. All right, before we move along with the presentation of the $5 million check, which I know you need, right?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to acknowledge and bring someone forward. Chuck, would you mind coming up, please, sir? So, I'd like to recognize a dear friend and community member, Chuck Bellefeld, who helped us navigate and work through the process of acquiring this property. Without you, this wouldn't have been possible. I know it was challenging. There were days you wanted to pull your hair out and other things. And I deeply appreciate what you've done for this community, and wanted to present you with this citation of appreciation from the General Assembly, signed by the Speaker of the House, David Osborne. On behalf of him and the entire House of Representatives, thank you for your service to this community. It's an honor, sir. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. And with that, I'd like now to present Chief and the Fire District with the check for $5 million.
It does not go to the bank.
There you are, sir.
Thank you very much. And if you don't mind, I'm going to present it to them.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Gentlemen, this is for you all. Thank you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Thank you. What's up, my friend?
Appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks again, man.
Yes, sir. It's
All
my
right.
pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, friend. Appreciate it very much. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Always. Yes, sir.